So you met with John, and then there was this sort of, let's visit, right? We came and visited, but what's that sort of relationship like when you have an individual with a disability who's been through a lot and can provide sort of not only, perspective from what he was wanting to do from an inclusion perspective, but also like as a mentor, right?
That I think is one of the reasons why we've been so fortunate to have John as somebody to like get advice on, because he obviously has so much experience and business acumen from a entrepreneurial leadership experience, but he is also so deep and understanding of the mission. And in both companies, right, both matter. We're here to build a business, we're here to scale a business, but we're also here to do it in the right way. And so oftentimes when you're making decisions, sometimes I have to pick. And I think John has been so inspirational about saying like, okay, don't pick, find ways that you don't have to pick. So for example, I remember when we first started roasting coffee, we were roasting coffee at the farmer's market. We had this like essentially like a glorified air pop popcorn machine was like our roaster. Like it was a baby, like it could have fit on this table.
It was back by the window too. It's kind of,
it was exactly. It roasted 2 pounds of coffee at a time. Really, really small. And we were thinking on like, how do we scale? Like when we needed to when we're starting to outgrow that. And the obvious solution is like, okay, well, you just go get a bigger roaster, right? You increase your efficiency and because it takes the same amount of time to roast 2 pounds as it does 10 pounds, as it does 40 pounds, as it does 100 pounds. I can't really speak with complete confidence to like the 100+ world because we're not there.
Can we get Michael on the phone? Can we phone a friend?
But one of the things that John was saying is, and another way of scaling up is, okay, automate anything, right? So like look for ways that like right now at the time we were like hand packing, like we had our scale, we had the bucket, you're like scooping out to measure out 0.75 pounds. You're then loading it into the bag, you're sealing it, you're rolling it down. Like it was very hands-on process. So another way of scaling up and increasing your efficiency is to automate. And John was so good at saying like, okay, remember though, you're here to employ people. You're not here to purchase robots. You're not here to reduce the number of people that you have to have working at a time. That being said, you do need to be able to roast more than 2 pounds of coffee every 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
But right, like having someone that was able to make decisions with we're keeping both things in mind. And that's just one example of many that we've had to make that John has been willing to think through and talk through and figure out how do you not have to pick.